All right, you've discovered the hidden contracts beyond Sam. All right, perfect, perfect. So, guys, let's make sure that you win those contracts. So, today I'm going to unveil the secrets for crafting proposals that stand out and allow you to secure those elusive contracts. All right, so if you guys are ready to elevate your game, let's dive in. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm Dr. Melissa J. Williams. Live your best life doing what you love. I love government contracting, and I've been coaching students to win contracts for over 20 years. So welcome back again. And what we're going to do today is we're going to demystify government contracts, and we're going to empower you to succeed. If you guys are new, guys, do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on content like this. And if you guys are returning, thank you so much for returning. So first, thoroughly read your request for proposal. That's where many of my students get stuck, right? You have to read your proposal, your RFP, to make sure that you truly understand what the agency wants. All right. And then what you need to do is you need to make sure that you evaluate the criteria and the submission requirements. Many students, they missed small details, and it ends up costing them not only money but also time. And then I want you guys to make sure that you always highlight key sections and notes. All right, anything that's mandatory, any qualification or any certification that you need to have. All right, and then, all right, I'm going to show you some examples so that you make sure that you don't overlook these things. And because we have AI now, guys, I am a firm believer of AI, and AI has truly allowed me and my team and my students to be able to quickly review contracts and proposals and also craft winning proposals. So I'll leave some information in the show notes. So guys, make sure always that you stay and watch this video until the end, because I always have powerful information. And typically I have templates that you can download and use and start using today. So your executive summary, right? It's your first impression. Right? So you want to be able to clearly articulate your solutions and ensure that those solutions, they meet the needs of the agencies. You want to make sure you always emphasize what is your unique selling proposition. All right. And then what you've done in the past, how you've been successful. All right. But you always want to make sure you keep it concise and you make it impactful. All right. Next, when you're looking at an RFP, you want to make sure you're always paying attention to the technical approach. In the technical approach, it typically details how you're going to execute the project. All right. It includes your methodology, your timelines, and your quality control measures. You want to make sure that you're demonstrating that you totally understand the projects, you understand the scope, and you totally understand the objectives. All right. So anyway, I want to continue by expressing that we talked about past performance in a previous video. I'll have it up here, right? If you don't have past performance, you want to make sure that you watch that video so that you can learn how to get past performance, even if you've not won a contract in the past. All right. So when you're talking about past performance, you always want to showcase what you've done in the past, right? Because that's going to be relevant to the project manager and the evaluators as they look at your qualifications to understand if you're able to actually deliver on your promise of that contract. All right. You want to develop a very transparent and a competitive pricing strategy. I teach my students, far too many students, they win. Okay, my students are winning, but they undervalue their prices. All right. So you want to make sure when you're bidding on a contract, I know you guys want to win the contract, but you also want to make the money, because of course, when I teach government contracting, I'm teaching small businesses that already have a business, but they're wanting to stabilize their revenue by adding a revenue stream of government contracting, be it local, state, or federal. So you don't want to be the lowest bidder where you have a very small profit margin. You want to make sure that you totally value your experience, all right, and your service, and you want to make sure that you price it right. You want to make sure, guys, also that you break down the costs clearly. You want to make sure that you ensure that they align with the project scope. All right. You want to justify your pricing by highlighting the value and your efficiency that you will be bringing to the table, right? You want to understand, you want to make sure that you show your contracting officer that you're the only choice, right? Because you've showed them in making sure that you have a strong executive summary. You've shown them because you've created a very strong technical approach. All right. So you've shown them that you are their only choice, right? And then when you nail it with pricing, they have no other choice but to award you the contract. So ensure that your proposal complies with the RFP, right? You want to ensure that you follow all of the formatting guidelines. You want to double check your proposal once and twice to make sure that there's no errors, because your proposal is a representation of you and your organization, and you always want to reflect professionalism. All right, guys. So now that you are equipped with the strategies, I need you guys to take action. And then I want you to put a comment below and let me know which of these strategies you plan to implement. It's very important to get feedback. When I get feedback from you all, it helps me to determine what videos I need to create, and also what lessons I need to maybe reinforce that you guys may not understand. All right. And then other students will come here and watch the video, and they can also look at your comments. And if you have found a strategy that's working, of course, they would like to know about it as well. All right, guys. So I'm super excited that you guys made it to the end. I want you guys to reach out to me on SKOOL. That's SKOOL. We have 2 free communities, the $1 Trillion Client and the Live Your Best Life Collective. All right. So thank you so much. As always, live your best life doing what you love. You only have one life. I love government contracting. I want you guys to stay healthy, happy, and God bless. I will see you in the next video and or lesson. Bye for now.